Minasan, konnichiwa, Zamurai Engineer desu. In this video, we will again discuss and explain what is a passageway. In the previous video, we explained exit passageway. So in this video, we'll deal with the dimension or width of the passageway. Particularly, we'll focus on all passageway width. Let us proceed. Starting with the objective of the code, which states that the life safety code addresses specific requirements to minimize danger to life from fire, smoke, heat, and toxic gases. Provides mission continuity and property protection in both new construction and existing buildings. So we are actually on number 11 module, options in travel path disruptions for common path of travel. And we are now on the second subtopic, width in a mall structure. So passageway, width, and so on. So what do we mean by passageway width? The width of an exit passageway shall be sized to accommodate an aggregate required capacity, okay, for all exits that discharge through it. Okay, capacity for all exits that discharge through it. We have to accommodate all those exits. Okay, so unless one of the following conditions applies. Number one, where an exit passageway serves occupants of the level of exit discharge as well as other stories, the capacity shall not be required to be aggregated. Okay, so if ever an exit passageway serves occupants of LED or level of exit discharge together with other stories. So there are two levels that this passageway is serving. Therefore, the capacity shall not be required to be aggregated. We do not have to add those load, okay? The occupant load. We don't have to add the occupant load, okay? So, but the passageway shall be sized to accommodate aggregate required capacity. So, required capacity meaning in terms of occupant load, how many persons are designed to utilize those passageway. So, we have to aggregate from all the exits that discharge using that passageway. Okay, so that is very logical. And we only have the exemption and the explanation of paragraph A.7.2.6.4.1, where an exit passageway serves occupants on the level of exit discharge as well as other floors, it should not be required that the occupant loads be added, thus increasing the width of the exit passageway. The situation is the same as that in which occupants from level of exit discharge join occupants from the upper floor for a few feet of horizontal travel through a stair inclusion. Okay? So, the situation, okay, might be the same as that in which occupants from the level of exit discharge. So, LED, from the LED, joins from the upper floors. LED is the lowest story. So, from the upper floors, that may use this exit discharge for a few feet only. No? So, they will join for a few feet only of horizontal travel. That is horizontal because exit passageway is defined as horizontal travel path. Okay. So number 2, as provided in chapter 36 and 37, an exit passageway in a mall structure shall be permitted to accommodate occupant loads independently from the mall concourse and the tenant spaces. Okay. Accommodate occupants independently. Mall concourse and tenant spaces. Okay, this is in the following provision. Exit passageways in a mall structure shall be permitted to accommodate the following occupant loads independently. This is the citation. So it is cited here in this provision. Number one, portion of the occupant load assigned to the exit passageway, okay, from only the mall pedestrian way. Okay. Number two, largest occupant load assigned to the exit passageway from a single tenant space. It shall be permitted. Okay, this largest occupant load assigned to the exit passageway from a single tenant space. So you have to look at the tenant spaces which discharges into this passageway, and look for the largest occupant load. Okay? And you can use that. It shall be permitted to accommodate that occupant load. But do it independently with, for example, portion of the occupant load assigned to the exit passageway from only one mall, from only the mall or pedestrian way. So you don't need to get the aggregate, no? You need for the aggregation. And 7.2.6.5 floor. The floor shall be solid and without perforation. So this passageway floor without perforation. So perforation meaning you can see the under part, the parts under this floor. You can see because there are holes, okay, regularly designed holes, so perforations. So this means, for example, we have shown in the picture in your screen, we have an exit passageway used for multiple purposes in a mall structure. So just take a look at the picture. We have part A, 1, 2, and B at the back. So we have a mall structure. In this picture, the two exit passageway, map A, brings exit within allowable travel distances for the occupants in the mall structure. Okay, so we have unallowed travel distances. Okay. Similar to the exit passageway illustrated in exhibit in the previous picture. Okay. The exit passageway mark B allows occupants of the multiple stores in the mall structure to enter the exit directly, okay, from the rear of each store. Okay. So there are stores on the back side. So there are exit, and you can utilize that exit passageway B to directly discharge them from the rear part of its tenant, okay, tenant store. This arrangement is often used to limit, for security purposes, the number of door assemblies that open directly to the outside. Only 2A passageway. Okay? However, there are available provision at the back for passageway B. So they will not aggregate because there are certain area. For example, if you are here, maybe you will use this, but if you are somewhere here, you will use that. Okay, so it depends. So it will the theorem averages will cancel out those those extreme cases to cancel out each other so that we can still use the average values in the computation. It's not aggregation of occupant load. And with that, we have the width of the passageway. So, very technical definition and could lead us to misinterpret. So that's why we are doing this one video at a time so that we can have a focus on a very particular and small topic. Okay, like this, very important one, but still very small topic compared to the whole thing. So with the annexed passageway shall be sized. So we are going to size. So the actual sizing would come next couple of videos. Again, this is Dr. DrEYPEI, Teaching Engineering for Nation Building.